Haaland.
Little clip ball, Haaland's header, City are in front.
I think we're watching the greatest goal scorer to ever play in English football.
Foden.
Finding a pocket of space. Oh, that's lovely.
Is Phil Foden at his best? Is he back to his best? Has he still got a bit to go to be at his best?
This season is back, yeah.
Cherki.
Good run here and a fabulous finish.
He's a special player. He's a special player. He's out of all the managers we want to make like a chess game. You have to do this, you have to do that. And he's a little free soul.
Doku.
Doku, lovely, all the way. That'll seal it.
Manchester City have hit a scary new level.
You can always kind of tell when things are going well at Manchester City and when Pep Guardiola is particularly delighted because it's written all over his face, and at the end of that game he was celebrating with everyone, cuddling everyone. It just seems to be like quite a good vibe with them at the moment.
After a rough year, Pep Guardiola has completely reworked the team. Now they look way faster and hungrier.
I think he's got a great squad again this season. I think last year all the injuries and Rodri, and then the confidence went down. I think all of a sudden now I think they're slowly building, doing well in the Champions League.
They are back to dominating their opponents and scoring for fun. The biggest change isn't how Pep wants them to attack. They still love keeping the ball, but now they move forward much quicker when they see an opening. Instead of waiting around for the perfect pass, they go straight for goal. Perfect example of that is the Cherki-Haaland link-up. Pep is finally using Haaland's speed and strength. He is using the Norwegian more in the build-up, and everyone is looking to get the ball to him. I mean, this Sky Sports graphic says it all. The robot is carrying City's goal-scoring responsibility. He's having the best season of his career.
What is it about the way he works that has made him the elite striker that he is?
So I don't know, to be honest, I don't know, because I didn't know, but every time I come here in press conference, give me another record, so this is the truth. So.
He was really good in the 2022-2023 season, but now his game has become so much more complete. He's much more involved in the build-up. He's doing more with the ball. He has more responsibility. Haaland started the season on absolute fire. He kicked things off with 2 goals on opening day in a 4-0 win against Wolves, and basically has not slowed down since. He's one of the few players to actually score against Arsenal. He's leading the goal-scoring charts again and pretty much finding the net every single week. In his first 10 Premier League games, he had scored 13 goals. Everybody knew he was a goal machine, but he keeps getting better. Everyone knows what makes Haaland so special, but it never gets boring to watch it in action. He's built like a tank. He's tall, strong, and freakishly fast. In fact, he's one of the fastest players at City, clocking in at 36 kilometers per hour, which is insane for someone his size. As if the freakish athleticism wasn't enough, his real weapons are actually his movement and finishing. He times his runs perfectly, always staying on the shoulder of the last defender. This is why he's rarely ever offside. And then when he gets him behind, it's over. He can score with his left foot, right foot, with his head, it doesn't matter. If you leave this guy 1v1, you're cooked. His performance in the Manchester derby was pure Haaland. City won 3-0 and he scored twice. He actually should have gotten a hat-trick. The derby just brings out the best in him. He already has 11 goal contributions against United. That's how ridiculous his numbers are. What's new this season though is how much more complete he's becoming. Pep has asked him to get more involved in the build-up and Haaland's doing it. He's dropping a little deeper at times, linking up with the play, and just taking on more responsibilities as a leader of the team. With Kyle Walker gone, thank God, Pep made him one of the captains, which shows just how important he is to the team's future. He's not just about goals anymore. He presses defenders, he creates space for others, and he's constantly pulling attention away from wingers like Doku and playmakers like Foden and Cherki. Of course, it's still the goals that define him. He's a striker at the end of the day, and he keeps smashing records like they're nothing. He became the fastest player in history to hit 50 Champions League goals, doing it in just 49 games. He's also the first player to score in 5 straight Champions League matches for 3 different clubs, having done it for Salzburg, Dortmund, and City. Every week, it feels like he sets a new record.
Can you beat your record, you think, that this season overall? Is that a realistic ambition for you to aim for?
I need to ask you which record then. Not to sound arrogant, but which one?
Your treble season.
But maybe the scariest thing about Haaland is his mindset. He's so obsessed with improving and scoring. He always wants to do more. But yet at the same time, he's a very humble, down-to-earth type of guy who always puts the team first. He even signed a new deal that runs until 2034, showing that he wants to be City's guy for years to come. He's only 25 years old, but already looks like one of the all-time greats in the making. Another reason that City have looked more fresh this season is because of Rayan Cherki. People want to call him Beef Cherki, but he's been so good that you can't use his slander name. The 22-year-old midfielder joined from Lyon in the summer of 2025, and he's already changing how City attack. He has so much flair and incredible technique. I mean, the guy can glide past defenders or thread perfect passes through the tightest gaps. He's also completely two-footed, which makes him so unpredictable. You never know which way he's gonna go. In France, he was already a star. 185 games for Lyon at the age of 21, and he was in Ligue 1's Team of the Season for the 2024-2025 season. City saw him as the perfect replacement for Kevin De Bruyne in that attacking midfield role. Obviously, it goes without saying they're different profiles. He's more of a dribbler than KDB, but he has a lot of the other similarities, like his two-footedness and the fact that he can score and create. He looked great at the Club World Cup, and he looked even better against Wolves. But unfortunately, his development was halted because of a thigh injury in August. But ever since he's come back, he's been great again. He got himself a goal in the Carabao Cup, then got 2 assists against Bournemouth. That game really showed exactly what Pep had in mind when he signed him. He gave Cherki a free role in the middle, letting him flow around and dictate the play. In the same way that KDB used to find Haaland, Cherki did the same thing. Since then, his confidence has only grown. A few days after that performance, he got his first Champions League goal against Dortmund. Scoring your first Champions League goal at the Etihad in front of the fans is the perfect time to announce yourself. Cherki's biggest strength is his creativity. He sees passes before anybody else does, and he's always looking to make things happen. Whether it's a pass through the lines or a clever flick around the corner, he has this sort of imagination that you just can't coach. At Lyon, he was famous for his dribbling and tricks. He still has that with him at City, but he can be more direct, mainly because there's a robot in front of him. City used to take a lot of time building up the play, but with Cherki, everything happens faster. As soon as he gets the ball, he's looking forward. He'll turn, spot Haaland or Doku's run, and play it early. That speed of thought has made City's attack way more unpredictable. Then on top of that, he's very versatile. He's able to play anywhere across the attacking line. He can play as a central playmaker or drift in from the wings. Pep lets him roam wherever he sees space because he's that good. Sometimes he's out wide combining with Doku, sometimes he drops deep to carry the ball forward. And that freedom has helped City break down defenses that sit deep. If defenders try to block the passing lanes, he'll just dribble through them. And if they stand off, well, he's got a great shot. His confidence is sky high. This is the kind of player who always wants the ball, even when he's under pressure. Then we have Phil Foden, and what a joy it is to see this man balling again.
Really important to enjoy the good moments.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he was obviously boy wonder coming through, and then a couple of years ago he was player of the year, and rightly so. 27 goals. Last season was tricky for everyone, but see him smile like that and play the way he did today. His ability to affect the game is very unique.
He is showing exactly why people rated him so highly. In 2024, City don't win the Premier League without him. People forget, but he was by far and away the best player in the league, hence why he won the Player of the Year. He scored for fun, he scored in big moments, and just looked a level above his peers. Unfortunately, the next season, he looked like English Garnacho. He was clearly going through some personal stuff. He's even admitted to it. Because you don't just lose your footballing abilities overnight. He is now back to his best, and a big reason for that is that Pep is playing him through the middle more. At this point, when I watch Phil Foden play, he's almost like a number 8 now. He is dropping deeper centrally, roaming around, using his close ball control, quick feet, and great vision. Guardiola loves how Foden wants the ball when there are others around him, and how he can accelerate very quickly. Data from Skill Corner really shows how important Foden is when it comes to receiving the ball in crowded central areas. Since the start of last season, no City player has taken in more line-breaking passes than Foden, 38 in total that ended inside the opponent's defensive setup. The map shows that most of these passes reach him right in the middle of the pitch, surrounded by defenders. From those spots, he usually drives forward with the ball or finds just enough space to make a key pass that helps create a scoring chance. He's had some standout performances already. One of the best came in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. He scored twice in a 4-1 win. Both goals classic Foden strikes.
Foden finding a pocket of space. Oh, that's lovely. Into Foden. Lovely quick feed from Foden, who is showing all the signs he is returning to the very peak of his powers.
The man is so deadly from outside the box. In fact, since 2023, no City player has scored more long-range goals than Foden. Then another big moment of his was in the Manchester derby. Foden opened the scoring. Seriously, him and Haaland just love dunking their balls on Manchester United's forehead. Foden's main strengths come from his versatility and footballing brain. His footballing intelligence is very high. He can play on either wing or through the middle, and he reads the game incredibly well. He's been City's main creative outlet, and he had to be, considering KDB is no longer there and Cherki was injured. The good thing is that we have seen that Foden and Cherki can easily coexist together. They complement each other's styles and are an excellent duo. The two swap positions often, confusing defenders and keeping City's attack unpredictable. As if that wasn't enough firepower, you then have Jérémy Doku, who's playing the best football of his career. When City signed him back in 2023, everybody knew that he was lightning fast and a great dribbler, but they also knew that he was still a bit raw. Well, 2 years later, and he's become one of the most exciting and dangerous wingers in the Premier League. He's brought back that old school wing play that City really haven't had since prime Leroy Sané or Raheem Sterling. They were missing someone who has that pure pace, that one-on-one skill, and the confidence to take on anyone in his path. Statistically, Doku is insane. I mean, look at where he is among the best dribblers in Europe. Not only does he attempt the most take-ons, but he's also the most successful in them. Then look at this graph. I mean, this guy isn't human. Now, everyone has always known that he's a great dribbler, but what he's done this season is he's improved his decision making and added more goals and assists to his game. He is now dribbling by players, but actually finding his teammates. He is now beating his man and scoring. As a result, he gives City a completely different weapon on the wings. When he gets the ball, he almost always beats his man, and that instantly forces defenses to panic. His acceleration over the first few steps is unreal. He doesn't need a long run up. He can be standing still facing a defender, and then in 2 steps he's gone. Take the Manchester derby, where he got 2 assists and a 3-0 win. The first came from a perfect cross to Foden for the opener, and the second was a smart cutback to Haaland. United's defense just couldn't handle him. Every time he got the ball, he caused problems. Luke Shaw still probably has nightmares about this guy. Then against Bournemouth, even though it was Cherki and Haaland who took most of the spotlight, Doku was constantly driving at their defense and creating space. His pace stretched their backline all game. He's been great in Europe too. In the Champions League versus Dortmund, he set up Haaland's goal after a nice run down the wing. Before that, he cooked the lasagna lovers Napoli. The biggest improvement though this year has been his decision making. Pep has pushed them to become better in the attacking third and making the right choice, knowing when to dribble and when to pass, when to shoot and when to create for your teammates. He's already got several assists and a few goals, and most importantly, his dribbles are leading to real chances. Even if he doesn't get the assists, his runs pull defenders out of position and open up space for other players like Haaland or Foden. It also helps that his chemistry with his teammates has improved a lot. They know when he's about to go on a run, and they make the right movements around him.
Do you guys, for example, speak to each other, knowing where he wants the ball or not?
Yeah, on training sometimes, and most of the time, like after a game, or after a situation, we say he comes to me or I come to him. I said like, yeah, be there, or he tells me I was there, something like that.
Pep often switches them between the left and right wing depending on the matchup, making it even harder to plan against them. Now, what makes Doku so special is his unique dribbling style. This guy doesn't just knock the ball past people and sprint like Adama Traore. He weaves through defenders with crazy close ball control. Seriously, it's like the ball is tied to this guy's foot. It's no wonder the City fans have quickly fallen in love with him. Every time he gets the ball, something happens. Whether it's a sharp turn or a drop of the shoulder or a rocket of a shot. At a time when the sport is getting more robotic, he's brought back that old school winger vibe, and no one seems to be able to stop him. You guys should get your own Doku jersey from buygamejerseys.com and use code PETTALKS at checkout. Every Pep Guardiola team seems to have that one kid who just breaks out of nowhere and makes a name for himself. And this year, that player is Nico O'Reilly. A year ago, only hardcore City Academy fans knew who he was. Now he's playing every week. At just 20 years old, he's one of the most exciting young players in the Premier League. And the craziest part is that he's doing it in a position no one expected. Nico grew up in Manchester and came through City's academy. Now, originally, he was an attacking midfielder, this creative playmaker who scored goals and captained the youth side. Now he's a left back, and a good one. When Aiden Nouri got injured, Nico stepped up and impressed everyone. His background as a midfielder worked to his advantage. He understands the game like someone who's used to controlling the play, not just defending. When City have the ball, he often moves inside to act as an inverted fullback, helping build attacks through the middle. He's very calm on the ball, he passes well, and rarely loses possession. Since he used to be a midfielder, you can tell that he's very comfortable operating in tight spaces, which is exactly what Pep wants from his fullbacks. He also works incredibly hard, constantly running up and down the left side, helping both in attack and defense.
Can he get a shot in? He does! City 3,
Bournemouth won!
He can track fast wingers and turn quickly, which makes him great in 1v1 duels. City have spent years trying to find a consistent left back, and it looks like they finally found one, from their academy no less. While the attack has gotten most of the praise, we have to show some love to Donnarumma, because this guy has been immense. Ederson, even at his best, was never this unbelievable shot stopper. He was more of a sweeper keeper who was very good with his feet. So getting an actual elite shot stopper has transformed City's defense. Donnarumma was the best goalie in the world last season. He was in between the sticks for PSG as they won everything there is to win. He's also a European champion with Italy. For some reason, PSG no longer wanted the guy who helped them win the Champions League. I read that it was because Luis Enrique wanted a goalie that's better with his feet. Football's becoming way too woke. But PSG's loss is City's gain. City didn't just want a goalie who could pass. They wanted one who could win games with his saves. And so far, Donnarumma has done exactly that. His impact was instant. He made his debut in the Manchester derby, keeping a clean sheet. He dominated the box, and he pulled off an incredible save against Bryan Mbeumo. In his first 6 games, he had 3 clean sheets and conceded just 4 goals, with City going unbeaten in all of them. The stability he brought was so obvious. The team looked way more secure, more composed, and much more confident defensively. I mean, the man is 6'5" with unreal reflexes. He also commands his area brilliantly. He's loud, confident, and not afraid to come out and punch the ball or catch it, which is so important nowadays considering how many teams rely on set pieces to score. In terms of distribution, yeah, he's not Ederson, but he's still very reliable with the ball at his feet. The way people talked about his kicking before he joined the club, you would have thought that City was putting Casemiro in goal. A great keeper can be worth 10 to 15 points a season, and that's exactly what Donnarumma looks like for City right now. While the stars get most of the headlines, I do have to repeat that City's success has been a team effort. Players like Tijjani Reinders, who was a summer midfield signing, have slotted in seamlessly. He was the Gundogan replacement, and I think he's only going to get better and better as time goes on. Once he adjusts more to Pep's system and his new teammates, we're going to see that he's one of the best central midfielders out there. Then Guardiola has been excellent at center back. Finally, Pep is playing this guy in his natural position. He's so good on the ball that he can play as a left back, but I always felt that center back was his best position. He can easily become the best in the world there. Then next to him, Ruben Diaz continues to play well, putting his body on the line, making tackles and blocks. Then in front of them, Nico Gonzalez has been very reliable. Every time he's been called upon, he's put in a solid performance. He's very good on the ball, great at reading the game defensively. Whenever Rodri's been out, he's done a fantastic job in that sole pivot role. Then going forward, City have Marmoush and Savinho. Now hopefully we see more from these two. They've had some good moments, like Savinho getting an assist against Villarreal and Marmoush scoring against Swansea, but these two are capable of doing so much more. The fact that City are playing so well without these guys hitting their peak yet speaks volumes about how good the squad is. Bernardo Silva is the unk that is still doing his thing as well. After being in transfer rumors every single summer, somehow this guy is the last man standing from the old guard. Now this City team is not prime City. It's not the treble winning side or even the 2024 side, but it has all the ingredients to be a very dominant team. Many of the players are young, so they're only going to get better. With all the focus being on Arsenal and Liverpool, don't forget about Pep's men. To see just how good of a manager Pep is, you have to watch this video right here.